Hey there, all of my cosmic beings. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. It's the weekend, yay! And there's so much magic that's happening this weekend. Just to get a few things out of the way, if you have not already signed up for the Syrian activation, which is launching, we're kicking it off tomorrow at 4 p.m. Mountain. 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do a special ceremony with the Lionsgate portal, which occurs and is at its peak rather tomorrow. We are going to have a very special journey. I channeled it last night. I don't believe, to my knowledge, that it is something anyone else has ever done. And it is so incredibly magical. Like, I am so excited to share it with all of my Syrian activators. So if you have yet to get on that, go over to my website, intuitivealchemy.co/activations. I'll also put the link below this video so you can get that and check it out and see if it is for you. Also, I am leading a free journey to the pyramids of Giza for the Lionsgate portal for the Healers Wanted community. It is completely complimentary, and the link to register to RSVP will also be below. So as always, if this information resonates, if you just love it to death, if it is something that you feel adds value, that you think it needs to be heard by others, please like and share, comment. We want to get this information out there. So yeah. Okay, so what I want to talk today a little bit about is what I call playing the game, or the human game is what I refer to when what I'm referring to when I say that. And the human game it's kind of my response when people ask me, and they often do. It's probably one of the most prevalent questions that I get asked, which is, if I'm doing all this work, if I'm trying so hard to raise my frequency, then, what do I do if my family isn't doing this? What do I do with friends that are not doing this? Do I have to let go of those relationships? Do I have to kick them out of my life? The easy answer is no, not really. The more complicated answer, as naturally there is that first and foremost, we need to understand, ascension all aside, if we're spending our time around people who don't make us feel good, who make us feel bad, who bring us down, who don't add value to our lives, who we genuinely feel like when we're around them, we kind of aren't very happy, we probably shouldn't be around them to begin with. And I know that that is exceptionally hard for people to really understand in the frame of reference, especially of family. Now, I've always been very transparent with the fact that even before my ascension process began, I had a very turbulent relationship with my parents. They were just not able to, tackle and conquer their demons in this lifetime. And, they were very, very sometimes toxic to be around. And most times talking to them, most times dealing with them really, really did not make me feel very good about myself. Or I would hear of things that they had done that I knew negatively impacted my siblings. I'm the eldest of 6 other kids. So I would get very, very defensive. And it was very, very hard for me as a sweet little emotional Pisces and that Virgo moon and ascendant that makes me want to like helicopter in and heal everybody and everything. Thankfully, it also gives me the ability to detach when I decide it's necessary. And, I chose to detach from them. I chose to not have a relationship with them because I accepted them for who they were, and I accepted that they were never going to change. And I, being in my sovereignty, knew that it was not in my highest interest to be around them, to, have a relationship with them. And I don't say that for the sake of eliciting pity. What I feel I'm being prompted to explain this for is that they want you to understand, if you are one of those who are out there and you're dealing with very difficult relationships with parents, you are not beholden to anyone. You are not beholden to anybody just because you share a particular, strand of DNA, or that you share blood. If you are around people who are proving themselves to be toxic, who are proving themselves to not, be healthy for you to be around, that you find that when you leave their presence, whether it's face to face or even phone or text, and you have this pit in your stomach and you just feel so heavy and you feel like you need to take a bath, and maybe you even feel a little depressed, probably best to kind of whittle how much time you spend with that person. We're not meant to be surrounded by people that make us feel that way all the time. We're meant to be surrounded by people that uplift us, that make us feel good, that make us feel supported and empowered. And obviously it's not that way all the time, and that's kind of where playing the human game comes in. For example, it's a holiday party and your really awesome high vibe mom invited her not so high vibe, brother who's your uncle, and he drinks too much and he says things that are inappropriate, and every time you're around him he kind of creeps you out, or you have that aunt who every time she's around there's another ailment, something else is wrong, there's something else that is causing her to be on death's door, and she just complains the whole night about it. Or you have a friend who's going through a really difficult breakup and they're kind of in a bad space. You're not going to necessarily want to cut those people out. You're not going to want to miss out on the holiday party because you love your family. There's going to probably be more people there that you're going to want to spend time with and celebrate the holiday with. So, and same with your friend. You're not, by and large, this is a phase she's going through or he's going through. Not one that they're always in. In fact, most times they probably lift you up, and if they've lifted you up when you fell down, they're just kind of in that space. You have the option of playing the human game. And what I mean by that is you can consciously choose to get on their level, maybe not like the level of the creepy uncle, but on the level of your aunt or your friend or whomever. And you can consciously choose, and you can be like, oh yeah, that really sucks, and you can commiserate, and you can be like, screw him or her, like, oh my God, you can't believe that you have such and such ailment, like, what are you doing to take care of it, etc., etc. And it doesn't affect your frequency, because you're making the conscious choice to go into that space with the awareness that, okay, I'm going to have to kind of play the role of human right now. I have to kind of step out of my high frequency. I got to get out of high vibe. I got to come down here to the 3D. And I have to, play the game that this particular person is, playing. I got to meet them at their level. Because chances are, if you were to be like, auntie, whatever, I notice that every single time that I see you, there's like a new ailment that you have. There's something else that is like taking you to death's door. Have you ever thought about why that is? Have you ever sought, professional counseling for that? chances are she's not going to respond very well. And it's going to make an uncomfortable situation even more uncomfortable. And obviously, you know, when your friend is in that screw him or her, you know, they totally screwed me over, I don't want anything to do with them, you know, they're probably not going to respond very well or be in a place of receptivity of you going, well, you know, maybe this is, you know, all for the best. Maybe you learned everything you were meant to learn from this relationship, and now it's time to move on. You know, that's probably not what is going to feel super supportive to them in that moment. So what you can do, and it's just like that example that I gave, that we talked about, that I saw in that conference, about like the choice of drinks, you know, between something that you know to be really good, like that kombucha is really, really good for my body. You know, it's filled with all these wonderful vitamins and probiotics, but it tastes like shit. Or, you know, there's this really delicious looking beer that I know is like bad for my liver, it's bad for my kidneys, it's bad for my entire nervous system, my brain. You know, it inherently kind of has a low vibration, but you know, if I take the drink I don't want and I'm like, ugh, this is awful, I need water to chase it, it's so gross, that I'm taking, because of the consciousness behind that decision, I'm taking something that has an inherent high vibe and I am giving it a lower frequency because of the consciousness behind my choice. Same thing if I was outside all day long and I was playing in the garden and I was running around with the kids, or I was doing something and sweating my, you know, face off outside, and I came in and I saw that cold beer sitting there and I was like, oh, that is so what I need right now. And I grabbed it and I just took that first sip and I felt so good. The consciousness behind that decision makes what is lower frequency higher frequency. So the same thing goes when you are playing the human game. You don't have to throw out every single human being in your life just because they're not doing the same kind of work. They're not at the same level that you are. What you need to do is simply say to yourself, okay, I can just be, let myself just go right down to 3D and be like, yeah, fuck them. They're, like kick them out of your life. What good, were they really serving anyways? Didn't they just mooch off of you anyways? Or, like attack your aunt because she's got yet another health ailment or whatever. Or you can try to be, the voice of reason and say, well, have you thought about it this way? Have you thought about it that way? Have you considered this? Have you considered that? Which they may not respond very well to. Or you can play the human game and you can say, okay, I know I don't want to lower my frequency. And I know that they probably are not going to be receptive to my potentially 5D sort of perspective. I don't want to say higher perspective because that sounds hierarchical and I don't want to bring that into this. But they're probably not going to be receptive to the type of observations that you have from that 5D level, being that you have already kind of integrated those 5D energies into your life. So you can make the conscious decision of, okay, I am going to very consciously choose to kind of come to their level and, be like, yeah, that's really awful, like commiserate with them. You don't have to necessarily get caught up in the gossip because that really, even conscious, to me, the feeling of even trying to make the conscious decision to gossip doesn't necessarily ring so true in my ears. But you do have the ability to commiserate. You do have the ability to be like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's awful. Like, I'm really shocked that they did that to you, or I'm really shocked that you feel that way. Like, have you gone to the doctor? Or, do you think the relationship is over? What are you going to do? Like, how can I help you? Like, that's awful. I'm so sorry you feel that way. Like, That's just shit, man. Like you don't deserve that. You're consciously bringing yourself to their level so that you can be in exchange with them and around them without your frequency being lowered. So even when you walk away from that experience, even after the phone call ends, or the holiday party ends, or whatever it may be, you can then still go back to being your high frequency 5D self and feel good and, be back to that perspective because of the consciousness of your choice. It's why the consciousness of our choice plays such a huge role in whether or not we stay rooted in the human and the 3D of this limited world, or if we're capable of ascending to those higher spaces, if we're capable of reaching those higher spaces. And whether or not we go one way or the other is entirely up to us. It's really not about the other people. It's up to us. Again, we're sovereign beings. We can't change our uncle. We can't change our aunt and her complaining and constantly having a health issue that suddenly is like, what all she can talk about. And you can't change the fact that your bestie broke up with her partner, like all you can do is control the consciousness of how you interact in those situations. And that's why that 0 point of neutrality, where you are just kind of witnessing in this very neutral, non-judgment way what is going on, allows you to see, okay, they're not going to be very receptive to, my being kind of, what will come across as self-righteous and be like, have you considered this? Have you considered that? Maybe it's just all for the best. So they're not going to be very receptive to that. And I don't want to just go right on down to their level and engage in gossip and, drag, their ex or my aunt or whomever through the mud. So what's, in the 0 point where everything's neutral, what is the consciousness, what's the decision I can make with the utmost consciousness and the utmost intent behind it? In this case, you can play the human game, making the conscious decision to play the human game. And the consciousness allows you to get on or closer to their level without necessarily tanking your own frequency. Without you having to go, well, shit, now I've got to go and I've got to do all these things to raise my frequency back up. It doesn't have to be like that. The consciousness of our decisions has everything to do with the frequency of not just the decision, but the frequency of ourselves from making that decision. So when you make a choice, a decision, you really want to kind of go into that place of that 0 point, that place of neutrality, where you're able to see without necessarily attaching or placing a characterization or a judgment, and you can just see what is going on and kind of assessing, okay, they're not going to be receptive to this. I don't definitely want to do that. So I'm going to have to make the conscious choice to do this. And that allows you in any situation, not just dealing with the friends and family that you have that maybe are not doing the work that you're doing, who are not on your level, but in any situation. Do I buy that brand new iPhone or no? Like, what is the consciousness behind that? Is it just because it's shiny and new and I'm still kind of plugged into the consumer, matrix? Or, is my phone super old and I have a broken screen and I can't update it anymore? And, I've saved enough money, like I'm going to spoil myself. Like I'm going to kind of treat myself. The consciousness behind those decisions are very, very different, which means the frequency behind those decisions, both in terms of what it is you're doing and what you're receiving, in this case, the phone, and also yourself. The frequency that you will be at based upon the consciousness and the intention behind the choice that you make. So this has been my little how you play the human game. explanation, and I hope it's been helpful. To, put it mildly, like I said, you don't have to end relationships with people just because they're on a different level than you. I would not suggest that. I do suggest that you are auditing how you feel around certain people, because as you ascend, as you go through this process, how you feel around certain people tells you a lot about whether they are, in your life for the right reasons. And many of us kind of clench to people out of obligation or DNA or, whatever reason, even though every time they're around, we want to run away from them. So, auditing how we feel around certain people, and kind of, it's not always an easy decision. It was not an easy decision to stop taking my parents' calls, to decide not to have them in my life. I knew it was the right choice to make, but it wasn't easy by any stretch of the imagination. But I knew for myself it was the right decision. Now, I'm not saying that's the right decision for you. So I don't want a bunch of angry hate mail saying, you told me this. No. What I'm saying is that you want to surround yourself with as many people that when you leave their presence, you have a smile on your face. You feel good about yourself. You got a little pep in your step. You want to be surrounded by those who are, you just feel really inherently good around them. And if you have certain people that you really don't feel that way, in fact, you feel the exact opposite, then you really want to consider, okay, why, like, what is my intention behind keeping them in my life? Am I, because it's not really them lowering your frequency, could potentially, it's you, by your conscious decision to continue being a part of their lives and letting them affect you. It's not their fault. They have their own path. It ultimately comes down to us. And if we're holding on, if we're clenching and we're keeping those relationships in our lives because we feel we're obligated to, we feel we have to, la-di-da-di-da, then the problem is with us. And the frequency is already being, lowered, because that's kind of a low frequency reason for keeping people in our lives. And that's not to say, again, that you have to cut them out, but it may be where you have to come up with some options of, can I play the human game and still feel okay? And if I can't, do I just need to kind of distance myself a little bit from them? Or do I need to potentially just slowly begin to distance myself from that person or people until they're no longer, really a part of my life? And that is a decision, again, that you and only you can make. I can't make it for you. Nobody else can make it for you. Just like it's not their fault if your frequency is lowered because you're around them. It's your fault because either you're not consciously playing the human game, or you're, kind of getting a little mixed up in how you're choosing to interact with them. So take that for whatever you can find meaning in, and try it out. Play with it a little bit. The next time you're around somebody who kind of, gives you, that weird feeling, and you feel a little bit like, I don't know if I want to be around this person, give yourself a shot to try playing the human game, and to do so consciously, and see how you feel afterwards. It's not going to necessarily work for everyone, but by and large, I found it to be a pretty effective way to still be able to have those relationships with people that matter to me, even if they're not necessarily moving at the same rate as I am in this spiritual process. So I hope that all of this helps you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I also want to encourage you, again, subscribe, like, comment, share. We want this information to get out, and it's super, super helpful. That support means the world to me. So thank you all so much. And yeah, I love you all. Mwah. Happy Lionsgate portal.